Welcome back to my channel. We are at Nikola again, January the 12th, 2025. It's a Sunday, and I was going to come down and I don't know how close I was. I was about 200 meters above the ground, flying over this, and my main purpose of this was to find out how many of all these trucks that are there had battery packs. Now, the ones we're looking at right now, they do not have battery packs. They're all stripped out. And those down there we just passed over are stripped out. These are, they got to be bad because they're away from the pack. And so these have also got to be bad trucks. I'm flying over it, and I wanted to find out, these trucks, by the way, do have battery packs. I wanted to mention something that I've driven 1,000,000 miles in a semi-truck. I know a few things about them. I've owned 5 semi-trucks, had authority, had my own company. So the Tesla truck supposedly gets 1.7 kilowatt hours per mile. I don't know if that's at 65 miles an hour, at 60 miles an hour, 55 miles an hour. They don't specify. And how much do they weigh? I'm guessing they weigh about 25 to 27,000 pounds. A normal day cab truck weighs probably between 13 and 15,000 pounds, a diesel truck. An average truck, semi-truck, has between 400 and 550 horsepower. You don't need to have massive 1,000 horsepower on these trucks, on electric trucks. You can get by with 250 horsepower motors because you always got torque all the way from the low end to the high end. They should have speed controllers on them because if these trucks, let's say the Teslas get 1.7, these probably get 2 kilowatt hours per mile. In order for a day cab to have 250 mile range, that means they have to have a 500 kilowatt hour battery pack. A lithium iron phosphate 500 kilowatt hour battery pack would cost, in the pack level, less than $100 a kilowatt hour. That would be phenomenal, because if you got a 500, that would be $5,000 in the pack level. That means putting them in those trucks. Lithium ion would be more expensive, less weight. I've kind of figured that the new lithium iron phosphate batteries from Cattle, they have 193 watt hours per kilogram. Kilograms, 2.2 pounds approximately. So 500 kilowatt hour battery pack at the pack level would be about 6,000 pounds. It's possible. The killer of these trucks are weight. And the heavier they are, the less efficient they're going to be. You want to get that 1.7 miles per kilowatt hour per mile. If you can, get it. It's possible if you have the weight down. These trucks probably weigh between 25 and 27,000 pounds. They're heavy. They can cut down weights. None of them have super single tires. That means one big tire on each side of the axle. 4 tires instead of 8. That saves about 500 pounds right there. They should be thinking of that. You can't get away with aluminum frames on these. There's so much torque. If you hit a rod and they twist, semis twist, and you have to have steel frames. You can't cut down weight there. But these trucks that were in the dirt, they do not have batteries, as you can see. They don't have batteries. They're stripped away. But all the ones by the assembly plant that are close to the assembly plant, I think there's 3 or 4 rows of them, all have batteries, which I was excited to see that they have various types of batteries. And they have different battery configurations. If I were them, if they ever would listen to somebody that knows something about semi-trucks, I still have my CDL, I'd love to test drive one of these things and see what the actual consumption is at 65 miles an hour with a full load. Keep in mind that a normal diesel truck, they have weight limits, standard weight limits of 80,000 pounds, 12,000 the front axle, On your tandems, 34,000. Trailer, 34,000 on the rear tandem axles on those. Electric trucks get a little bonus. They get 2,000 miles, 2,000, not 2,000 miles, 2,000 pounds extra. So they can be 82,000 and still be in that without having special permits or overweight permits. The exciting thing about electric trucks is that electricity is everywhere. And hopefully they can charge their trucks at the average electricity in the United States, what's 12 cents a kilowatt hour? Well, think about it. If you got 2 kilowatt hours per mile, that's at least 24 cents a mile. A diesel could be 67 cents a mile, depending on what the fuel economy is and aerodynamics of the truck. My trucks usually try to average 6 miles per gallon. And I figured at the time it was about 67, 69 cents a mile. It was far more expensive for the fuel than it was for the driver at the time that I was driving. So it depends on what the price of fuel is, and that varies all along, depending on where you are. If you're in California, I bet diesel is probably $5 or $6 a gallon. Here in Arizona right now, it's $3.50 a gallon. So anyway, I'm heading toward the back of the facility, and I did see something kind of weird back there as we go around. I saw some trucks that I thought were away from the pack. They didn't have batteries in them, but they had something weird in between the frame rails. So you'll see in a second. I don't know what they are, but there isn't that many. 2, 4, 6, 8 of them. But since I'm in the back, it's Sunday, I thought, I'll come down and look at the back of that truck and see what it is. And even when looking at it close like this, I have no idea what it is. But anyway, I would like to thank you for watching our channel, and we will talk to you later.